engineer, how to break into tech as a cloud and DevOps engineer. And I'm so excited to be here tonight because some people will get the information and the opportunity to transform their lives tonight. We've done this over and over and over. We're going to do that again tonight. Some of you will be hearing things that will totally change the trajectory of your life tonight. This is Digital Consulting, and I'm Omiyale Yomi Martins, and I will be with you here tonight for a few minutes as we start this session. Right. So that being said, it's time to get into it right away. So what are we doing here tonight? What are we doing here tonight? So let's get into this. How to transition into tech as a cloud engineer. I'm just so happy. I'm so excited tonight because some people are about to get information that will change their life. Information that will change their life. How to transition to tech, the cloud engineer, Azure, and AWS. So number one, who am I? We need to find out who I am. So who am I? I am Yomi Martins, founder, Digital Consulting. Digital Consulting. So who am I? Number two, Digital Consulting. Who are we? Who are we? So here we talk about a profile of the organization. Who are we? Digital Consulting. Who are we? Number three, why tech? Why break into tech? Why cloud engineering? Why cloud engineering? Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cloud engineering? Number four, what exactly is cloud engineering? What exactly is cloud engineering? Number five, how to break into cloud engineering. How to break into cloud engineering. I bring you the digital way. And so now we'll be having some of our students who will be sharing their journey into cloud engineering. All of them attended a webinar just like today, just like what you are doing. They were at this kind of webinar, some a few months ago, some a year ago, some maybe 6 months ago, 5 months ago. And today, they are all in the field of tech, working as cloud engineers. And these are people without a tech background. I've shared some things on the group, people transitioning from veterinary medicine, from medical science to cloud engineering. So we have a lot to share with you tonight. So how to break into cloud engineering, the digital way. The number six, next steps. Next steps, the question and answer. Question and answer. So that being said, let's get into it right away. Who am I? Right, I will introduce myself to you. So I have a slide that I share whenever I do this, and I have this slide right here. Who am I? Who am I? So, like many of you watching me, I also transitioned into tech. I used to work as a tax accountant at the multinational Big Four tax and auditing firm. And I was there from 2013 to 2018. Worked there for 5 years doing accounting, taxation, transfer pricing. Then I worked as a senior tax accountant with the largest indigenously owned Nigerian oil exploration and production company. And I was there from December 2018 to February 2020. So what happened? I resigned. Why did I resign? Because I got the opportunities in tech. And that has been one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life because I got the opportunity in tech. And I reasoned to myself that if I could be doing tech part-time and I could be doing it so well, why not just go into it full-time? Why do it on a part-time basis? And it's been a wonderful journey. Not only have I done well for myself, but I've also helped a lot of people, thousands of people actually, in the last 6 years to do the same. And I run an organization of close to 70 staffs, empowering people operating in Nigeria, in United Kingdom, Canada, and United States. Right. So it's been a wonderful journey all the way. I'm a pastor. I pastor outside of King's Church to Jodubega, Lagos. You still get to know more about me as we proceed. Right. I'm married. This is my lovely wife. These are very old pictures, but I always keep them. This was at the start of the church. So I pastor outside of King's Church, which is currently at Jodubega, Lagos. Right. This was at the start of the church. Right. So that's that about me. I'll share a few pictures to drive this home. A few pictures. Wrap it up. Right. So who am I? Who am I? I'm a pastor, I'm a tech trainer, and I'm a real estate developer. So let's get into the pictures. We'll move from there. Okay. So who am I? In case you see me outside, can't recognize me. So these are some old, some recent pictures. Yeah, in church, in church, right? Real estate development conference. This was a tech program. I think immediately after COVID, a tech program after COVID. Yeah. So that's it right there. Next thing on our agenda, we are moving fast, which is a nice one. The next thing is, who are we? Digital consulting. Who are we? Digital consulting. Now, I need to say this. So this happens a lot of times. So this week, someone reached out to my team and said, "Oh yeah, I saw this cloud engineering ad, and I'm actually interested in the advertisement. I'm actually interested in the training, but I've attended a training like this before. It was a crash program. They rushed us. And at the end of the day, I didn't get anything. And I paid a lot of money for it. And I'm bothered if I won't have the same experience with digital consulting. And we get this all the time of people who have attended a training somewhere and they didn't get what they paid for. It was a waste of their time. They didn't learn anything. And when people say things like, oh, digital will not be like that, of course, digital is not like that. And of course, I would say digital is not like that. But beyond what I say, there is a way you can check how true whatever I say is. So you don't just take people, many of you have been sweet talked into making the wrong decisions. Maybe some of you watching me, you've attended boot camp somewhere and you didn't get anything. So this is what you should have done. And this is what I'm telling you to do today. So number one, you need to check Google. Check Google. That's the starting point. Check Google. So what are we doing here? Just go to Google and check digital consulting, which is what I've done for you already. You're on Google and you check for digital consulting on Google, right? And check our reviews. Yeah, you have our reviews right here. Right. So yeah, the reviews, and you see a lot of reviews. So this is very important because when you do a good job, many people will not say anything. They just move. But when you do a bad job, of course, a lot of people will say things. A whole lot of people will talk. So you can just go through the reviews. It shows you what we have been doing over time. Yeah. So that's number one, checking the reviews. Check our reviews. Number two, go to LinkedIn. Don't stop at the reviews. Go to LinkedIn. When you get to LinkedIn, you get more information about the organization. So let's go to LinkedIn. We'll check it out. So here is LinkedIn right here. And we want to search for digital consulting on LinkedIn. So let's do this. digital consulting on LinkedIn. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right now, this is one of our students. So you can see our students are on LinkedIn. These are real people working in corporate organizations, and you can see what they have to say about the organization. If we're not doing a good job, they will not boast and brag about us. So we keep going. So let's go to post. Times this could be some work, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, it works today. So this is a post about us. Pisanene, Vincent, progress, on and on. These are our students. These are real people. You could go on and on and on and on, and you keep going and saying what our students have to say about us, what digital students have to say, on and on and on. But we don't have all the time in the world to do that tonight, right? On and 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 on. It just never ends. It's just continual, right? So you can see that about our students and what they have to say about our organization. So this is very important. So that is how you can find out about what an organization, how an organization will be. What are their students saying about them? What are the reviews looking like? Very important. Now, that being said, let's go back to our slide. Okay, so I've spoken to you about the profile of an organization. So we currently operate in Nigeria, in United Kingdom, US, and Canada. But tonight's class is for people in Nigeria. But if you are in the UK, you are in Canada and UAE, US, it's the same curriculum. I'll just say today is your lucky day because we are giving a massive promo to people attending this class. A very massive promo. So you are very lucky if you are in today's class. Very lucky. Now, that being said, I've introduced myself to you. I've introduced digital consulting to you. Now, the next thing is why tech? Why break into tech? Why cloud engineering? Why this tech? Is tech a scam? Is tech saturated? Is tech a wild goose chase? Let's find out. Why tech? Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cloud engineering? Because Mary will be coming up shortly, and I need to run you through this up. Why tech? Let's go. I have a small slide that I share on this. Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cloud engineering? So let's get going. Let's get going. Right, here we are. Number one, IT opportunities are abundant. IT opportunities are abundant, and the laborers are few. Take that. IT opportunities are abundant, but the laborers are few. Number two, there's potential for remote jobs, flexible job schedules, freelancing, and a shortcut into making CGD income. So tech offers you remote jobs. That is why there are many of our students who are in Nigeria who are working remotely for organizations in Nigeria, for organizations outside of Nigeria. So there's potential for remote jobs. There's potential for flexible job schedules. There's potential for freelancing. If you still have your 9 to 5, you don't have to immediately resign. You can keep your 9 to 5 and still be working by the side, because that was what I was doing. I was doing tech by the side for a year before I resigned and went fully into tech. So that's number two. Number three, you don't need an IT background. For instance, if you go into medicine, there's nothing like transition into medicine. You have to go to medical school. You have to go to medical school and learn it. And after that, you do your residency. And after your residency, maybe you do you do your fellowship, and it just goes on like that, right? But in tech, you don't need an IT background. There are many jobs that doesn't even require a university degree. No IT background needed, no university degree needed, right? Many job postings in tech don't need an IT background. Number 4, no age constraint. I usually tell people about Bookie, right? At the age of 44, she's a Nollywood actress. At the age of 44, she transitioned into tech. So if you are watching me today and you feel, oh, I'm no longer young, I think tech is for all these small boys, all these. No. Age is not a barrier. So whether you're in the United Kingdom watching me, you're in Canada, you're in the US, or even in Nigeria, age is not a barrier. And before I go on, lest I forget this point, let me say this emphatically, that if you are in Nigeria tonight and you are currently watching me and you have the plans of relocating, you are one of the luckiest people on earth today. Because I have a lot of students in the UK who are transitioning into tech and who have transitioned into tech. And quite a lot of them, they have to juggle an 8-hour shift, a 12-hour shift with learning tech because they've gotten into that environment and they've realized that if I keep doing this 8-hour shift, this 12-hour shift, it's going to, if my breakthrough might be very far. It's like the system has been programmed, right? So they are looking for a way to transition into tech because in tech, there's a career trajectory, there's a career path, but they have to juggle their day job with learning, and it could be challenging. So if you are still in Nigeria right now and you are planning to transition, you are planning to relocate while you are doing your IELTS, while you are going for, while you are doing all that, start learning tech by the side. Start learning tech by the side. It is very, very important. Don't joke with it. Learn tech by the side, right? There's no age constraint. You don't need an IT background. There's potential for remote jobs, and there are lots of opportunities in tech. That being said, don't take my word for it. Let's try to show you some of these things so that it's not just someone is just talking, and so let's prove it. So let's go to LinkedIn once again. When we get to LinkedIn, let's search for cloud engineering. Okay, let's go to LinkedIn, cloud engineering jobs on LinkedIn. So we are on LinkedIn right now, and we are doing cloud engineering. Cloud engineer on LinkedIn. Okay, so now I'm not doing posts, I'm doing jobs. Cloud engineering jobs. Cloud engineering jobs. Okay. Now, this is even in Nigeria at the moment. This is Nigeria at the moment. Right here in Nigeria at the moment, we are seeing a lot of cloud jobs. Right? You can see this is Nigeria. A lot of cloud jobs, cloud and DevOps. So what we teach in Digital is both cloud and DevOps, right? So it's not just about cloud, which is the platform, but even the development operations that it entails, right? So there are lots of jobs here. And we're just talking Nigeria. Now let's bring this to the United Kingdom. Because there are lots of opportunities in cloud. That you can't get it wrong with cloud. Because the whole world right now is moving to the cloud. The world is not moving away from the cloud. The world is moving to the cloud. So United Kingdom, a lot of jobs. A lot of jobs. So if you can just take your time and master this skill, right? Master this skill. Like, don't be, oh, you are jumping business analysis, data analysis, Scrum, project management. Those are saturated skill sets. There are skill sets like cloud that the people who have this skill set are not many relative to the demand. So you can see all these jobs are there. DevOps, cloud, DevOps, cloud, DevOps, cloud. And it's just endless, right? DevOps, cloud, DevOps, cloud. So that's number one. I'm proving that the jobs are there. The jobs are there. Now, just give me a minute. Another thing people have at the back of their mind, oh, remote job. I'm in Nigeria. There are no jobs for people in Nigeria for remote jobs. There are no jobs at all. You can't be in Nigeria. That's a big fat lie. You see, if you're in Nigeria and you've taken your time to master cloud, that is why in Agital, we are very, very intensive when it comes to the cloud. We are very, very intensive. So if you're in Nigeria right now, and you take your time and you master this skill, this cloud skill, you take your time and you master the skill, let me tell you this, here are the pathways. You can be in Nigeria, working for companies in Nigeria, working as a consultant in Nigeria for companies in Nigeria. You can be in Nigeria and you're working remotely from Nigeria for organizations outside of Nigeria. Number three, you can relocate from Nigeria via the tech visa route because you have an high in demand skill set. An high in demand skill set. That is very important. An high in demand skill set. Right? So that is important. And I want to show you right now a lot of people like you who are in Nigeria doing great stuff from Nigeria with their skill. Right? So let's go. Let's get into it. To show you that all this story of, oh, I'm in Nigeria, it's not true. Right? So this is Upwork, as you can see, and it's one of the many platforms. As a matter of fact, Upwork is not even the number one, but that's just the one I want to use tonight. So you can see this is charging $150, right? He has worked 8 jobs so far, right? You can see these are real people. He has done $3,000. He has done $3,000 already. You can see that. Now, he has done $40,000. Has done $40,000, $100, $20,000, $4,000. So these are real people, real things. They are not just, they are Nigerians like yourself. And that's why I said Nigerian, Nigeria, meaning they are resident in Nigeria. $2,000 is $1,000 and $6,000, $2,000, $8,000, $3,000, $4,000, right? So there are many like that. Many, we could just keep going on and on. But don't forget, it's a freelance platform. $1,000 is just freelance tax. $100,000 is a Nigerian in Nigeria. $10,000, $1,000, $30,000, on and on. So now let me say this, right? In Agital, we don't do get rich quick. I show you these things to inspire you. We have a lot of students who have gotten jobs, gotten opportunities, but we are not into get rich quick scheme. So you are not going to start earning $30,000 after 1 month of training. But the truth of the matter is that if you go through the training program and you are well skilled, you are well equipped, these things are not big deals. That is just the truth. They are not big deals. So why tech? Why break into tech? I've explained that to you. So why cloud engineering? Why cloud engineering? Now, let me say this. Cloud engineering can never get saturated. It can never get saturated. Never. At least for now. And the reason is because the world is moving to the cloud. The world is not moving from the cloud. What is cloud? Cloud is like, instead of having things on-prem, everything is done in the cloud. The processing, the storage, the collaboration. The reason why you can work from home is because of the cloud. Let me just break it down. The reason why you can work from home is because of the cloud. Because you are in your house, you are logged in onto the internet, you are accessing files, accessing data, accessing software applications from the cloud. And that is why we now have organizations that have different branches around the world. And instead of setting up their own server, their own local area network, their own wide area network, they are hosting with Azure, they are hosting with AWS, right? So the world will keep moving towards the cloud. It will never move away from the cloud. And I have a slide that will do a little explanation on this, right? But before I use my slide, okay, let me use the slide first. Then I can use, I always like to use Netflix as an example. let me just use the slide. So why cloud engineering? What exactly is cloud engineering and why cloud engineering? Right, so they are intertwined. Okay, so where is my slide for that? I think I'll get my slide now. Download right there. Okay, so cloud and DevOps. Cloud and DevOps. So let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this right away. Okay, good. Okay, so more slide. This. We move. So right here. Now let's just go through this. So what is traditional data centers? Means the organization is hosting their services and their files within their network, which was what was in the past before cloud became a thing. So what's the challenge? Is costly and less scalable, because if they need more storage, they need to buy more servers. They need to buy more equipment, right? Huge space are needed for the servers. Huge space are needed for the servers. Number three, it requires hardware and software team for maintenance. Data security is low. Data security is low because that is not their core service. It is something they are doing because of their business. They are not an IT company. Less flexibility, no automated, less collaboration. Data cannot be accessed remotely. It's within their local area network or their wide area network. It takes a long time for implementation. That's on-prem. So when you start hearing things like server, you know, this organization, the server, that was a thing many years ago, but not anymore. Cloud has enabled small businesses to have the power of big businesses. So let's look at what happens in the cloud. You pay for what you use. You scale up, you just pay more, right? You scale down, you pay less. So it's pay as you go, right? So let me try to break it down to you. It's like getting a transformer and you just realize that you only have 2 houses or 3 houses in that area. So you spend a lot of money on getting a transformer, but it's underutilized because it has more capacity than what you can do. So that's how it works. That is what happens with on-prem. At times you could get servers that's the size, but your operations are not at that level, but you've invested in equipment. But if you are doing the cloud, what will happen is that you only pay for what you use. No server space is needed. No experts are required for hardware and software maintenance because it's in the cloud. Data security, because this is their job. Disaster recovery is fast. Flexibility is high. Teams can collaborate from different locations. Data can be accessed and shared from anywhere. Rapid implementation. So what exactly is cloud computing? The delivery of computing services, servers, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, and more over the internet. So take note: servers, storage, database, networking, software, right? Companies offering these computing services are called cloud providers and typically charge for cloud services based on usage, similar to how you are billed for gas or electricity at home. So that has been, so this is cloud, storage, security, and the rest of it, right? Let's not go into the technical part. When you get into the program, you learn more. So what are the benefits of cloud computing? Why are we on this point? It's not because I want to teach you cloud computing today, right? You can learn cloud computing in a day. Our program is a 6 months program. 5 months, you are learning the nitty-gritty of it. An extra 1 month for your review and all those stuff. Of course, you are doing projects, so it's an entire 6 months program. Now, what are the benefits of cloud computing? Now, this is why I said, if there is any skill you need to learn right now, is cloud computing, because the demand far outweighs the supply. The demand is high. If you are sound in the cloud and you gain mastery, there is always something out there for you. Why? Why will I always rate cloud computing, cloud engineering, DevOps above any other tech skill? Is why? Because the world is moving to the cloud. And why is the world moving to the cloud? Because it has a lot of benefits. Number one, cost efficiency. Cost efficiency. So minimal investment in hardware and infrastructure, because you only pay for what you need. Pay only for the resources you use. Reducing waste, optimizing spending, scalability, on-demand resources. Easily scale resources up or down based on demand. So as you grow, you pay more. Flexibility, adapt quickly to changing business needs without significant delays or expenses. Accessibility, remote access. Access applications and data from anywhere with an internet connection. So what this means is that in the past, if you were doing this wide area network thing, by the time you leave, let's say Nigeria, and you're in London, it's very hard to still access your files within the organization because you are within a LAN or a wide area network or a metropolitan area network, right? But with the cloud, you can be in China and you still have access because it is hosted on the cloud, which is global in nature. AWS, Azure, they have data centers everywhere. They have data center in Europe, they have data center in America, they have data centers across the world. So remote access from anywhere, global collaboration. This is the real thing in cloud, global collaboration. So you could have employees in Asia, you could have employees in Philippines, in Canada, and because you are in the cloud and your organization in the cloud, everybody can collaborate together. So it facilitates teamwork across different continents. Reliability. There's not like server is down. There's no light. Inverter is down. PHCN is down. National grid has collapsed. Nothing like that, right? So high uptime. Cloud providers offer robust infrastructure with redundancy, disaster recovery. You know, this is their job. Speed and agility, rapid development, deployment, development efficiency, performance, optimize resources. Now, it's not just about the storage, even the processing speed. Cloud providers use high-performance servers and infrastructure, often outperforming on-prem setups, because you cannot compare a specialist with a generalist. Banks, manufacturing organizations, small and medium-scale organizations, they are not IT companies. They're into the business of banking, the business of financial service, the business of manufacturing, the business of consulting. That is not their primary job, right? So no, they cannot be as good as a cloud company that it's operating in its area of competence. Regular upgrades, continuous performance improvement, security, of course, you should know that, innovation, right? And we talk about infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, right? Infrastructure, that is the server, storage, networking, instead of buying and managing them yourself, right? You don't have to be buying servers, you don't have to be buying storage, you don't have to be buying the networking equipment. The platform as a service is the backbone of it, right? Is the backbone, is the platform that helps to build, deploy, and manage applications. Then the software as a service, like Microsoft 365. Right, so many of these cloud companies also provide these kinds of softwares that can be used as a service, right? So that is how far I can explain that tonight by trying to make it very easy to understand. But let's use Netflix to explain this. I always love to use this Netflix analogy. The Netflix analogy helps to explain this much better, right? So let's go to Netflix. Let's go to now. Let's make it practical. So if you are with me, you are still watching, you're listening to me. Can I see your hands? You're following what I'm saying? Can I see your hands? Right, let's see. Okay. Are you are still here? Are you sure? Okay. Let's go. Are you still with me? Are you with me, people? Should I continue? I need your support. Okay, many of you are still with me. That's good. So let's go to Netflix and let's see how this works. A lot of people are still with me. That's interesting. You people are paying attention. You are really paying good attention, right? You're paying good attention. So let's go. Now, let's see. Next, let's go to documentaries. Okay, good. Now, okay, oh, I'm not sharing yet. Oh my God. Okay. Mary will soon be joining us tonight. So, she'll be joining us. I just have a few minutes to be done with my stuff here, and Mary will join us right away. So she will join us right away. Let's go. So now, I believe you all can see my screen right now. So, how many subscribers does Netflix have? Let me check this. How many subscribers does Netflix have? Netflix subscribers. So for those who care to know, Netflix uses AWS, right? And when I check Google now, Netflix has 301 million subscribers. 301 million subscribers. Okay. Now, how many movies are on Netflix? How many movies are on Netflix? Are on Netflix. Okay, so like 5,000 to 6,000 films, along with thousands of TV series, totaling over 15,000. So let's just say Netflix has like 20,000 movies, approximately. 20,000 movies, 301 million subscribers. 301 million subscribers, not counting the many Nigerians that are using other people's login details. That's a story for another day. Now, but how come I'm on Netflix and I click this documentary, and when I click this documentary, I can watch the documentary, right? I can watch this documentary, and when I feel, oh, I don't like this, I'm not interested anymore, I can go to another one and say, oh, how to get rich. Oh, that's interesting. How to get rich. Okay, let me watch how to get rich, right? And I'm doing all this, and there's no server is down. Page cannot be accessed. 301 million. I'm not getting page cannot be accessed. Server is down. Why? Cloud computing, cloud engineering. Because Netflix just handles their job, which is do movies, write scripts, market movies, get producers to produce movies. That is what they do. They don't get into the hosting, the accessing. They've contracted all that to AWS. So AWS ensures that I can watch movies. Even though there are 301 million of us, even though there are 20,000 titles, the processing speed, like there's no lag. If I click on this, it comes up immediately, like the best of the best, right? This is what AWS does, right? This is what AWS does. So that is just the whole idea of cloud. That is the whole idea of cloud. It enables you to be able to do these things, right? With the ability of the cloud providers. So that being said, at this point, I think Mary will be coming on. Mary will be coming on right now and be sharing her experience, her journey. She's well experienced. I've explained cloud engineering to the best of my teaching skill, right? And so Mary will be coming in, then we'll be talking about how to break into cloud engineering. How to break into cloud engineering. So Mary is a student of digital, turned a teaching assistant, then turned to a tutor, and She has actually been instrumental in helping a lot of students to transition to cloud engineering, right? So, Mary, I'm bringing you up right now to share your journey with us, your journey into the field of cloud engineering. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
Yes, I'm very well. I'm very well, thank you. How about you?
Okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good too. Right. And how is the family?
Bless God.
Okay.
Everything is well.
Okay. So let's get to you. Right. Then we can go to the other questions.
All right. So, yeah, good evening, everybody listening to me. My name is Mary Ajayi, as Pastor Yomi likely said, and I'm a cloud and DevOps engineer. Okay, so how did I become a cloud engineer? I'm going to start with my background. I'm a certified nursery and primary educator. All right, so I actually went to university to study nursery and primary education. And that has been awesome. I did well, one of the best graduating students, and I also taught in a classroom for a lot of years, 2015 to 2021, right? I've been a classroom teacher. Then I just decided that I wanted more, this classroom teaching, I could be, I just feel like I needed more. Then I was looking into getting into tech. All right, so from there, I went into learning web development, and I was doing that, working as an internship at some point. Then later, I actually grew strong interest in cloud and DevOps, and that's how I came into digital, right, where I got to learn cloud and DevOps, and it has been a fantastic experience. I learned cloud and DevOps, and also got an opportunity to be a teaching assistant, where I was also helping other learners, that were learning alongside as I was. And then I'm also a cloud DevOps tutor with Digital. So apart from being a DevOps tutor, I'm a cloud DevOps engineer as well. I build infrastructure, I monitor, I do all of the cloud and DevOps roles, and it has been really impactful, right? And also something I'm always proud of, to actually see the impact when I successfully build an infrastructure and I set it up and ensure that it's reliable. So it's always a thing of joy to me. So I'm excited to be here, and I hope I could inspire some friends today. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So before we talk about the tutoring and the teaching side of things, all right. So like when people hear cloud and DevOps, so can you try to break it down in a very layman and simple terms? Of course, in digital we teach the two, but what is cloud? What is DevOps, and how does it work?
Yes, so cloud and DevOps are really two different terms, and one can actually specialize in any, right? You can be a cloud engineer, or you can be a DevOps engineer, or you can be both, because they kind of intertwine, right? They have a lot of similarities. At some point, you might find yourself doing both, right? So now what cloud exactly is the process of computing in cloud, right? Cloud covers your ability to be able to use cloud providers like AWS or Azure or GCP. You're using these cloud providers to build cloud resources, like
Mm,
set up the server. Pastor Yomi talked about that Netflix is using, that there is no downtime, no latency, right? So your job as a cloud engineer would be, you're building cloud resources like the virtual machines, which is the servers, or the networking infrastructure there, or the storage resources that is helping to store the movies, or the databases, right? So
mm,
cloud focuses on building resources on those cloud providers, right? Those cloud platforms. Then you meet DevOps at the other side. And what DevOps does is the ability to integrate development and operations. And
mm,
with DevOps, you'll be working closely with developers, right? Those are like software engineers, they're writing code, building software, building web applications. So you as a DevOps engineer, you'll be coming in to help deploy whatever solution was built. So now when software engineers, when they build this code on their laptop, most times it's just running. They'll be viewing it on their laptop. They'll be viewing it. Nobody will be able to see what they are building, right? They will not have the ability to be able to send the app to somebody else to view it. And that's the power of a DevOps engineer, because you can carry that app that is on their local machine, on their laptop. You can carry it and put it on the internet, right? Deploy it on the internet. So when somebody goes to www.netflix.com, anybody can just see it, right? Then it becomes publicly accessible. That's where
Mm,
DevOps comes in, the ability to be able to deploy solutions, also set
mm,
up the infrastructure to ensure that you are deploying the application, making it publicly accessible. And it doesn't
mm,
stop there as well. Also monitoring the deployment
mm,
to make sure that the application is running at all times. If there's any performance issue, you can spot it in time and fix it.
mm,
All right, so that's
mm,
just the major difference. And at some point you find yourself doing both, because as a DevOps engineer, you still need to like provision some cloud resources, to deploy
mm,
the application. That's why they are always,
mm.
intertwined.
Especially because many applications right now, I would say most run on the cloud. Like most applications are software as a service, right? They are not,
Yeah.
it's not like those days that your application just has to be on a laptop and you are fine. It's not hosted in the cloud, but most applications people use today, they are things you can use from anywhere. So that's fine. So how did you get your first cloud job, your first cloud opportunity, then subsequent jobs?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I actually got my first cloud job 3 months in training, right, at Digital. I got it, and I got it through an enclosed group. I was just on a
Mm,
WhatsApp group, AWS study group, that's the WhatsApp group, and somebody just posted that they needed an Azure DevOps engineer. Then I just decided to apply. Even though then, I was not totally done with my training, but I just decided to give it a push and see where that leads. And I actually did attend the interview, and it went well. Luckily, the
mm,
company only did one round of interview. Really, I only had to meet with the CTO, and then he was impressed. And I actually got to work with them on the contract role. So it was a contract role for 3 months.
mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the subsequent jobs, was it a Nigerian company?
This particular one was Ghanaian.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Ghanaian,
Okay.
yes. But we worked
Okay.
with USA time zone.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how did the subsequent jobs come about?
Yeah, so consequence jobs really came not even through application, right? I started getting DMs on my LinkedIn to apply for a role or just join a particular project, right? So most times I get those, those links, right, to just join, and then
Mm,
later on, and then I actually got a USA job, right? I think that particular one I also got invited to apply, right? So I got
mm,
invited to apply for the role. I did apply for the role, and the stages for the interview were about 3 rounds, which I really did pass, right? And I got started working with them full time. So the full time USA role. Then apart from that, I
mm,
also started doing freelancing, right? I started using platforms like Upwork. Upwork most especially because Fiverr did not work for
mm.
me. So Upwork did work for me, and I got gigs doing freelancing via Upwork as well.
Your network.
Oh,
Can you come again? Yeah, we didn't hear the
yeah.
last two sentences. We
Okay,
ended
so I
at
was
up.
saying,
Yeah,
yes, I was saying Fiverr did not work for me. So I was getting my freelancing gigs
yeah.
from Upwork. Right. So on Upwork, I got a lot of freelance gigs, and it was awesome solving problems, because that's what Upwork really is for.
Mm, okay. Okay. So now the next question I want to ask is that are there really opportunities in cloud? You've spoken about freelance opportunities, jobs on LinkedIn, recruiters reaching out, invite to apply. But are there opportunities in cloud engineering from your experience and the experience of other people that you know? And if there are, why do some people still struggle to get these
To get,
opportunities?
okay.
Yeah.
So yes, there are cloud roles. Cloud and DevOps roles are very much available. A lot of them. If you do go on Google now and search for cloud and
Mm,
DevOps role in Nigeria or in United States or in EMA, or you say available worldwide remotely, you're going to see a whole lot of roles. Right. So there are roles I've gotten. I have friends that I've gotten. Also, some of my students also have gotten jobs, right? On
mm,
site, remote. So there are jobs in this field. So now what could happen that some friends would not get jobs, right? It's, well, I say it's two things, right? I think first is the determination. Like, if you tell yourself I want something, you have to do everything it takes to go for it. So first, determination to ensure that you're going to master the skills, because that's what will actually tell who would get the job or not. You have to be good at the skills. Remember, it's a job that does not require you to have a certificate. They don't want you to, be a computer science graduate or the likes. So now where
mm,
you actually get the job is to prove that you actually can do the job. So now mastering
mm,
the skills is something that will get you the job. So if you can master the skills and also be determined to do all it takes to position well so you can get
mm,
the job. So those are the two things, right? Mastering the skills, be very good at the cloud and DevOps skills. Then next is setting up your portfolio, right? Setting
mm,
up yourself on, positioning, right? Yeah, that's it, positioning yourself so that you can also get the role. Because apart from getting interviews to apply, you can also apply for a role and the person just checks your profile and they be like, oh, this person is a good fit. I can get the job just like so, right? So those are the two major things I would say. Be good at the job and also be well positioned, right, to
mm.
attract the job and also stay in the job. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So the can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can hear you.
Okay, so the next question I want to ask is that so there's this fear people have that, oh, I'm a beginner, I'm a slow learner, I don't have a tech background. So what do you have to
Mhm.
say to people like that who desire to actually transition to tech, who are inspired by a work from home mom like you, who want this kind of life, but
Yeah.
they still have this fear, right? So what can you say to them? Like how easy is it to
Mhm.
learn? Can they really cope? So let's undo that.
Yes,
Mm,
yes. Truth is, tech is easy to learn. To be sincere, I was on
mm,
LinkedIn today and I saw someone made a post and be like, oh, if I want to scare my non-technical friend, all I have to do is open a terminal and I just press LS. Right. So it's very
mm,
simple that in digital also we ensure that we teach you from the very basics, like a total beginner. You do not need to have any tech background or tech experience. So you get to learn from the very beginning,
mm,
the introduction, each concept you are taking step by step, right? And also, it's not just theoretical. We do
mm,
hands-on like every time because in this job, like I said, you must know the skill, right? You must master the job. So you do hands-on, that you get guided on what to do. You build projects. You too, you'll be so amazed at what you can do. Even if you're a slow learner and you have a tutor like me that will be guiding you that okay, do this. This is the lab. We build a project. Then the next thing you see yourself build the project, it came to life. Like you're just going to be so proud of it. That's a confidence booster, to be sincere. Like that's it. So even if you're slow or you're not fast, no problem. There's recordings that you could also watch on your own time. You could build your project, right? And I think that's the
mm,
important thing, right? The fact that you can build your projects, you can also learn, you can also rewatch classes, right? So that you can catch up. So it's totally possible to do. It is not difficult. It is not rocket science because you have a guide, you have a roadmap that will put you through from the very simplest to where you need to be to get the job. So yes, it's
mm,
possible.
mm. Mhm. So what's the place of certifications in transitioning into tech as a cloud engineer? Does certifications have a place to play? And if it does, what are the certifications they will be getting during the course of the program? What are some of those
Okay.
certifications? Yeah.
Okay. So first, certifications can be important, but project will always overshine certifications, right? Project that you build alongside, right? Because when you build projects, you are mastering the skills. So that's like
Mm,
always number one. Like, can you do the job? And your projects are there to defend you that yes, you can do the job. All right. So now apart from that, certifications also can be a plus, right? Some organizations, they just be like, oh, this person is very good. And the person also has some certifications, right? So it's a plus and it can be of high advantage. All right. So there are a lot of certifications that could be acquired in cloud and DevOps, right? From Azure or AWS. So we have like cloud practitioner on AWS. We also have Azure fundamentals or Azure 104. And most
mm,
importantly, with digital students, we ensure that they do applied skills, right?
Yeah.
Whereby they cover projects and also certification with that, right? You get to build projects and also get certified, on your practical skills. So those are the kind of certifications that you could get for free if you're in digital, right? The applied skills,
Yeah.
build projects and get certified as well.
Mm. Okay, so the final question, before you came to digital, you must have attended maybe a few boot camps here and there.
Yeah.
So to those who are coming in, what makes digital different? What makes digital unique?
Yeah.
What's the digital experience like? I know you are in now, but what's different about digital?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. For me then, the difference was I was not just going to learn a skill. I was also going to be guided to getting a job. Like it was a complete package. And that
Mm,
actually made it stand out for me that I had to go and meet, I had to go and require after the webinar that, oh, I want to learn cloud and DevOps. Is it available? Because there was a structure in place that first, you have
mm,
a tutor, you have live classes, you also have class recordings if you miss class or if you need to like revise on your class, right? So that
mm,
was a very good thing that you're meeting live. I will see my teacher teaching me do this, do that. And I also have recordings that I could catch up on as well if I want to revise the class. And not just all, if there is no class, I have a teaching assistant. Like if I'm doing my project and something went wrong, I could not deploy, a teaching assistant is always available in the platform to put me through. Like that was a very big plus, right? I don't have to wait to the next class and trouble my tutor. I have a teaching assistant to put me through. And the icing on the cake of everything was the career coach, right? The career
mm,
coach that was going to put you through on how to position yourself. Remember, like I said, right, you have to master the skill, then also position to get jobs, right? So now
the job.
that's why I call
Yeah.
it the complete package. Like apart from learning the skills, you also have a career coach that would help you position how to set up your profile, revamp your CV, how to apply for jobs, how to even set your optimize your profile, right? Such a way that you can get invites. And those are things that really worked for me as well, right? So that's it. It's a complete package, right? From zero to like hero, right? I'll put it zero, total beginner with no knowledge in tech. So hero, you positioning well and mastering the skills and getting your job. So that's why digital
Mm,
is really different from others, I would say.
yeah. So thank you, Mary. It's been a wonderful time with you tonight, and we've learned quite a lot. And the students would also get to meet you during the course of their training program. So, regards to the family,
All right.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, bye for
All right.
now.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that was Mary sharing her journey to cloud engineering, and she came in as a student, became a teaching assistant, then became a tutor, and she has actually helped a lot of our students to transition to tech, to get jobs. Some of our students are here tonight to that will be sharing their experience. Right. So we'll be bringing on Mr. Dekunle right away. He has been here since we started, and he'll be joining us. He's a student who has successfully transitioned to tech, and we appreciate him for coming around tonight because obviously he's a busy person, but he still spared his time to be here with us. So I can see some of you are dropping questions. Don't worry, all your questions will be attended to, but we just want you to hear from people who have attended the program, right? Because at the end of the day, if you have a good product and nobody knows about it, then that is bad, right? You have a good product, but you are doing the bad thing. You are doing a bad thing, right? So, Mr. Dekune, over to you, sir. Can we get to hear from you and also see your face? Yeah. Evening, sir.
All right, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Uh,
Yeah, thank
it-
you very much. Good evening, everyone.
yeah. I think your network
Good evening, everyone.
it's so you might just turn off your video. So we'll just listen to you. We've seen your face already because I think the network is not very strong where you are. Right. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, Mr.
All
Dekule.
right, sir.
Yeah, so I think it's
Thank you,
better
sir.
without the video.
I
Yeah.
hope I'm
So
audible now.
yeah, very audible. That's fine. Perfect. Yeah, so let's get to know you and how you got to know about digital and your experience, and we'll take it off from there.
Yes, sir. My network is name is Adekunle Fatunde, and
Hello? Hello? So how did you
hello.
get to know
I
about
hope
the,
I'm audible.
yeah, you're audible. How did you get to know about digital consulting? Mm.
Talk on in Instagram through Instagram.
Okay. Mm. Okay.
Yes, I got to know about it through Instagram. I think some of the adverts that was made on Instagram.
Okay. Okay. So how was
Yes.
the training program like? How was the experience like?
It was really worth it, I must say. It was worth it, I must say, because
Mm.
it's almost like digital took care of every pitfall or every loophole that
Mm.
may want to occur. Talk about the fact that if one is a slow learner, there's the advantage of a teaching assistant. There's the video recorded
Mm.
video, and you can learn at at your own pace, and the tutors were very friendly people. My tutor was very friendly, which Mary spoke earlier, and she really ensured that we really were all on the same
Mm.
page when it came to
Mm.
cloud computing.
Okay. Okay, so my final question, okay, second to the last question actually, is that so how was your
Yes, please.
journey, how was your transition journey like um, after the training? Can you just tell us how you got your first opportunity or your first job or your first freelance opportunity? How was the journey like, your transition journey? How was it
Yeah,
like?
it was really beautiful. I remembered when I just but before I finished, I have a friend who was already in cloud, and he brought me in
Okay.
on live projects. He brought me in on live projects and ensured that I was able to
Mm.
get have a taste of what it was like in the field. And it was about the same
Mm.
thing. It's about the same thing that Digital had really, it's like the training had prepared me for all that, and
Mm.
there was really nothing hidden. There was no stone that was not left turned. Everything was really clear, and I was able to come into the picture, help out with a few things in terms of life project, and till now I still work with him from time to time.
Oh, wonderful.
Even though
Wonderful.
yes, even though I try not to, because I have my own company that I run by the side somehow.
Okay.
So I just try to bring both of them together, but really it's been worth it all through.
Oh, good. So your company, have you been getting jobs too aside from what you've been doing with your friend? Mm.
Yes, well, my company really
Hello?
is not too focused on. Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear
Yeah.
me? Yes. So my company is not
Yeah,
too
I can hear you. I
focused
can
on
hear you.
cloud.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not too focused on cloud. Even though we
Okay.
use some cloud, we bring in some
Mm.
cloud knowledge and so on and so forth, but it's not fully focused. It's more of a digital security
Mm.
outfit firm,
Okay.
but we still go
Okay.
into cloud and so on. But really, the
Okay.
knowledge in cloud has really helped in
Yeah.
certain area or aspect of
Mm.
helping my company to actually come together. Really.
Okay. Okay. So this is the final question. So for people watching us today who might be wondering that, oh, can I really do this cloud thing? I hope it's not for computer gurus and computer wizards. What's your advice to them?
Uh, Cloud computing is for everybody. It's the
Did you get my
future.
question?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So what's your advice to them?
Advice to them is that cloud computing is for everybody. It's not as difficult as it sounds. And if you really have an outfit that is willing to take you by hand, then I think it's an opportunity that one must not miss. because really the transition is seamless. It's not heavy. It's not the process, which the assignments and so on and so forth. Building your blog and then ensuring that you have everything is set for you. Everything it's almost like there's a feeding from hand to mouth. And
Wow.
the only thing is you must just put yourself in. You must be ready because nothing good comes easy. There must be a part of you that is willing to put in the work. We can't say all this without we can't hide that from the truth. But if you are willing to put in the work, really, I think most of the job has been done for you by Digital, and you just need to plug into what has been done. And if you can plug in right, uh, transitioning is seamless.
Interesting. 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 Yeah. So, now thank you for your time tonight, sir. Really appreciate your time,
Thank you,
and
sir.
keep growing in the
Thank you
field
for
of
having me.
tech. Yeah, we appreciate. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is Mr. Adekunle right there sharing his journey with us. So I'll be bringing on MK shortly, but before then, um, I'll just give more information about the training program. We've heard from Mr. Adekunle, we've heard from Mary, and we'll be sharing more insights. Two of our students will still be coming up tonight, but before then, let's talk more about how the training will be, right? So we need to talk about the training. How will the training go? So I would just use a few minutes, the next 5 to 7 minutes, to share with you the structure of the training program. And I can see some of you have been asking questions already. Don't worry, all your questions will be attended to. All your questions will be attended to tonight, not to worry. So how will the training be, right? So how to break into cloud engineering the digital way. So first of all, classes holds Saturdays and Tuesdays. Saturdays and Tuesdays, right? Classes hold 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Right? So it's like 2 hours, 30 minutes, right? It's a 6 months intensive program, right? Now, before the end of your program, you also have what we call career coaching classes. That's before the end of your program, right? Now, these career coaching classes will guide you on CV revamp, LinkedIn optimization, Upwork mastery. So the idea of this career coaching class is to ensure that you get a job. Upwork mastery, interview prep, applying to remote jobs, building portfolio of projects, um, tech visa coaching for those who want to go via the tech visa route, work reference, internship opportunities, cloud DevOps engineering communities. So the whole idea of this career coaching is that by the time you are done with the career coaching, nothing can stop your transition to tech. Like nothing can stop your transition to tech. You have all the information you need. I should have also mentioned certifications and vouchers, right? So you just have everything you need to ensure that you transition. So career coaching classes holds before the end of your program. It holds before the end of your program, right? It holds before the end of your program. Yeah. So MK will be joining us shortly in the next 3 minutes. We'll be having MK with us to share our journey into the cloud. Right now, these career coaching classes, which is also part of your program. Then another thing about the program is that you have a teaching assistant. Made mention of that already. There's a teaching assistant. So outside your normal classes, teaching assistant is there for you to help you with any challenge you have. And the teaching assistant works Mondays to Saturdays, except about Sundays, if you choose, they work Mondays to Saturdays. So if you are doing your project, you are working on your assignment, you are watching the class replay, and you are stuck at any point in time, you can always reach out to the teaching assistant. Now, another thing is that in case you are assuming classes are 100% online, it's not a physical class, but it's much better than a physical class. Why? Because the classes are live interactive classes. Interactive and instructor-led classes. Very important. So in our class, we don't just give you videos, because here's the thing: many people have attended trainings, and this is not to badmouth anybody. I'm not mentioning anybody's name, right? But many people have attended trainings that all they just did was to just give them videos and sort yourself out. They just dump videos on them and tell them to sort themselves out. But we don't do that in digital. You attend a live class where a tutor is teaching practically. You are sharing your screen, he's sharing his screen. It's interactive. Your colleagues are in the classes, everybody's asking questions. You are doing, and aside those classes, you still have a teaching assistant that will help you outside of the class times. We'll bring you up to speed, we'll show you what you need to do. Now, the icing on the cake is that the live classes are even recorded. The live classes are recorded and the replay is made available. That's the interesting thing. So not only are these classes live, but these live classes are recorded and the replay is also made available. So if you're in the class, you can go back and watch the replay, and you have lifetime access to this replay. You have is your own property for life, right? So even when you are done with the training and you started your work and you need to do a few things, you still go back to your class replay. The teaching assistant is always there to help you. So this is the structure of the training. So if you are hearing about our success stories, some I've shared on the group, some I'm still going to share, there's still lots more. It is because of this structure that we have set. There's the technical classes, there's the career coaching classes, there's the teaching assistant. The classes are live classes are recorded, the replay is made available, and there are also materials that are shared, right? So this is how this training is structured, right? So that being said, I'll be bringing on MK. MK is a student of digital who has successfully transitioned tech. And also said the training starts next week, Saturday. Like I said, classes are Saturday and Thursdays. So training starts next week, Saturday, but registration will close next week, Friday. So I'll still talk more about that. So that being said, we'll be bringing on MK. MK will be here tonight to share. Don't worry, those of you who have dropped questions, your questions will be answered. You can keep dropping it. For now, we are still giving you all the information you need. So keep dropping your questions. We'll all answer your questions. Good evening, MK. Good evening. Can you hear me? MK, can you hear me? I can't see you. I can't hear you. Hello, MK. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, very good. Good evening. How are you doing today?
Good evening. Fine, thank you.
Sorry, you've been working all day. The Lord is your strength. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to meet you. We can talk about how you got to know about digital and your journey. So who is MK?
Okay, MK used to be. There's an echo. Let me try this. Is it from me? Sorry, I think I have a.
Yeah, there's an echo from your end.
Oh my god. Okay.
Maybe
better?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay. So MK used to be a media consultant before she transitioned into tech as a DevOps engineer.
Are you sure you're not joining on two devices? Most likely, maybe you are joining on your laptop and your phone.
No, my phone is off.
Because the echo is feeding into what we are doing.
Okay, let me log out and rejoin.
Okay, yeah, better. Let's try to do that. Yeah. So MK will join us shortly, right? There's a lot of echo going on at her end, and she's trying to sort that out, right? So while we are waiting for her to be back, I'll just use that as an opportunity to take up some of your questions. I think she's back now. You people have asked a lot of questions. So, MK, are you back? Are you back? Hello, MK. Hello, MK. We are waiting for MK to join us. All right. Okay. So I think MK is joining us. Oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. So let's just continue. The echo is still there, but we'll manage it like that. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Better now. It's okay. So you can turn on your camera. So I think I removed the other device that was on.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you actually joined with two devices, but it's okay now. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my phone.
Yeah. So sorry about that. So let's get to meet you.
Okay, my name is MK. I used to be a media consultant before I transitioned into tech as a cloud engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So how did you get to know about digital, and what made you to register, and how was the training program like? How was the experience like?
Okay, so I got registered through friends. I think they had searched out the place. They had done their own research, and then they confirmed that digital was cool for me to be a part of. And then they got me registered, and I started. So far, during the training process, it was fantastic. I mean, the classes interactive. We got to learn. Our instructor was amazing. We still keep tabs and all of that. So throughout the training period, it was okay. It was it
Great.
was it was fantastic one,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So how was the transition journey like? How did you break through? How was the process like? Can you just walk us through your journey?
It wasn't easy at first though, not coming from the media space into tech. I had no pre-knowledge of, though I had bits of uh tech knowledge here and there, but it wasn't in cloud. But it was a bit difficult at first. It was a bit difficult. I had to put in the work to get to where I am. I'm still learning. It could be a tough process. You need to really put in your best to get to wherever you want to be. That's what I would say. Because at first when we started, I was a bit lackadaisical. But when I discovered that there's a lot of work to be done, I had to sit up. I really had to sit up. So aside from what we're taught, I still had to do my own research, looking up things, trying out things, smashing and breaking, and also putting together just to get more knowledge.
Okay, interesting. So how did you get your first opportunity?
Okay, so I got talking with someone. I met someone and we got talking. So he asked me, and I said that I just finished from my boot camp. And we're like, okay, so you can come and do your internship with us. He has a solutions company. That's how I got into that company as an intern. But I really needed to do my internship.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
are you done with the internship?
No,
Okay,
I'm still doing my internship. Let's just,
okay,
but
okay,
not that I'm open to a proper work,
okay,
but I still want to do my internship. Yes.
okay. That's good.
Mm.
So for incoming students, what's your advice for them? People who are coming into cloud engineering and who want to also transition, what's the advice you have for them?
First off, cloud is interesting. Make
Mm,
it a passion. That's how it works for me. And then, so you have to also listen, go back to the videos, replay,
mm,
study hard, have study groups, and
mm,
then also do your own research
mm,
and do more hands-on projects. I mean, that is what will help you. You make mistakes, but you learn in the process.
mm,
It might be tough, but trust me, as you keep going, you would get better.
mm,
Right now, I can say that I am way better. I'm way better than what I've known. With what I've known and what I know now, I am, because it's been constant practice for me. Constant practice for me. There's really no break from it. It's constant practice. You have to be hungry. That's what I was saying. You
yeah.
have to be hungry. Yes.
Mm. So you're moving from a media consulting to cloud. Did it really make any difference? Did it did it affect you in any way? Like you not having a tech background?
Well, it in a way, because some things will be very strange to you. We're talking about
Initially?
yes, we're talking
Yeah.
about Git, so we're talking about deploying this. We're talking about VM. And be sounding very strange. I know that it's not, that it's more of practical than it's theoretical. Media, I mean,
Mm,
is theoretical, but this one you have to keep doing it. You're constantly on your laptop, you're trying to do some things, you're trying this app, you're doing this. So it was a bit difficult. It was a bit difficult for me, but I adjusted because I became hungry. I became
mm,
very hungry for I wanted to know more. I was passionate about, let me just say, I was passionate,
mm,
and
mm.
I'm still passionate. So I
Yeah,
think for me, I said I found my niche, and that's
yeah.
tech, and that
Interesting.
is cloud. Yes.
Interesting. Thank you very much, MK, for the inspiration. Thanks for your time and keep growing in the field of cloud. Yeah, have a
So
wonderful weekend. Yeah, bye.
thank you very
Thank you.
much. Bye. Mm.
Yeah. So that was MK right there sharing our journey to cloud from media consulting. So finally tonight I'll be bringing on Temitope. So for those of you asking questions, no problem, drop your questions. So once I'm done with Temitope, I will answer all your questions and also give more information about the training. So I don't want to be distracted. I want you to, because we are sharing the replay of this so that we can finish this on time and everybody can get the necessary information. And those who now wait behind, right? Those who wait behind, we know that, okay, they are waiting behind for the questions, right? So interesting, right? So Temitope, you are welcome to the session tonight. Let's hear from you. Thanks for coming around tonight. Yeah. So good evening.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
good evening. I can hear you, though I can't see your face, but I can hear
Sorry,
you.
dark here. I don't want to put on the
Okay.
light because of my kids. Sorry.
Okay. So let's get to know you and how you got to know about digital, why you registered for the program. So over to you. Mm.
Okay. My name is Temitope. I'm a cloud engineer. I I got to know digital through Instagram.
Oh.
And when I saw the advert, I actually joined the first webinar the year before, but I didn't register until the year after because I was trying to evaluate if it was the right fit for me at the time. Like, was it worth paying so much money for something I can try to learn by myself?
Hmm.
But after a while, because I had a career break, so I was trying to transition and find my feet and all of that. So when I eventually decided, I actually chatted with Mary, my tutor, that during the training. I actually chatted with her on LinkedIn before I started because I saw that she was also a mother and she had a lot of challenges and all of that. And she encouraged me and she was like that I can do it, blah 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 blah. So that was how I enrolled in the training, and it was great. The exposure, the community, it was really enlightening. It was worth it.
Hmm.
Even though I have a tech background, I know the major probably a lot of people don't have tech background, but for the
Hmm.
people that actually have tech background, it's not a waste. It's a very,
Hmm.
very, very great opportunity because you
Hmm.
think that, oh, I can just watch YouTube videos or I can just do
Hmm.
some tutorials and all of that. But when you have someone that has experience, someone that
Hmm.
has gone through the process, you would learn faster. You
Hmm.
won't make some mistakes. You won't, you know. So that's just the summary
Hmm.
of my
Okay.
experience.
Okay. So I might just want to ask one more question in that area. That okay. So between trying to learn on your own and when you eventually got to digital, what was the difference? Because you had tried to learn on your own, then you eventually came. So can you just
Yes,
give us
yes.
more
So
idea about the difference?
the career coaching, especially, the career coaching was very helpful. Like I got my first internship from one of the job posts that they made in the community. So yes, the career coaching was very helpful.
Hmm.
The because they'll teach you how to upgrade how to work on your LinkedIn, how to create your portfolio. Like there was ton of exposure on things you
Hmm.
would think that, oh, it's something I can, but it's there was a lot of exposure. So even now
Hmm.
I get recruiters viewing my profile on LinkedIn, which has never happened before. So but you learn a lot of things on how to build your career, how to package your portfolio and all of that.
Hmm. 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 Interesting. So, can you guide us on how you eventually transitioned, how the journey was? Yeah.
Okay, so during the training,
Hello,
we
can you hear me?
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I said, can you guide us on how you transitioned? Mm.
Okay, so during the training, we did a lot of practical. Okay, the training was, let me say, 90% practical. We have to, like, as the tutor is doing it,
Mm.
you do it. Even if you can't do it at that time, you watch the video later and you try to do whatever project was done. And I remember the first certification I did during the training, we got a voucher then. I remember I didn't even really practice.
Mm.
I didn't really read a lot because we had done so many practices. We had done so many projects, so it was a breeze. The certification was I didn't really prepare for it, but I passed it. Like I passed it. So the training was very practical. It was hands-on. So it was
Mm.
very thorough. Yeah.
So, yeah. So my question was, how did you get your first opportunity in cloud?
Okay, so like I said, the job was posted
Hello?
on the. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, so the job was posted on the community group, and I applied, and they called me, and they were like, "Okay, which certifications have I written?" And I told them, and they were like, "Oh, wow, okay." There was really no interview. It was just which certifications do I have? So I just told them, and they were like, "Okay, can we have an evidence that you actually had this certification?" So that was all. There was no interview. There was nothing.
Wow. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Right. So thank you very much, Temitope, for coming around tonight. I really appreciate your time. And
Thank you.
are you still at the place of your first job, or you've moved to another place?
No, no, no. I'm still there. I'm still there.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. So thank you very much. Do have a lovely night rest and keep growing. Bye for now. Right. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. So that was Temitope right there, sharing our experience and our journey. Yeah, you're welcome. And our journey in the field of cloud. So that being said, I will share the final information, then I will take all your questions. All your questions. So let's go back and have it. So I've shared with us, training starts next week, Saturday. Trainings live, interactive. The classes are live, replays made available. There's career coaching classes, as you've heard. There's teaching assistant. There's technical classes. Saturdays and Tuesdays. Training starts next week, Saturday. Registration closes next week, Friday. Right now, the program is very discounted. It's a one-time payment of 350,000 naira. If you are doing the one-time payment, if you are doing two-time payment, it's 200 225,000 for the first payment. Then we do 200,000 naira after 2 months. After 2 months for the next payment, right? So this is how it works. 350,000 if you are doing one-time payment. So if you are doing two-time payment, you pay like 75K extra, right? But we just did that to help people, right? For registration, this is the account details to pay into. This is the account details to pay into. Right, right. And for inquiries, you can WhatsApp any of these lines +2348077587734. Training starts next week, Saturday. Next week, Saturday. There's a second line that you can also WhatsApp, right? There's a second line you can WhatsApp, right? Let me give you the second line. So this is actually cheap and discounted, right? So for those who are asking, who will ask next training? So the next training will be in 7 months' time once we are done with this particular program, which will be by, I think, ending of the year, right? So we are always focused on what we are doing part-time. We are focused on what we are doing part-time. So you could WhatsApp any of these lines. So these details are very important. Training starts next week, Saturday. Registration will close next week, Friday. So that being said, it's time to take your questions because you have been asking me a lot of questions. So cybersecurity and cloud computing, which is better? So we offer both. I would advise you to go for cloud computing because the demand is way higher than the supply. So how long will the program last? It's a 6 months program. For those who are, oh, can I ask a student in university learn because I had yeah, you can be in university and learn it. It's not for people who are outside of university alone. Anybody can learn it, right? What's the study flexibility like? It's 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Saturdays and Tuesdays, right? Right. So cost, I mentioned the cost 350,000 one-time payment, or you can do two-time payment of 225,000 and 200,000. It's 100% online. Emmanuel, I've answered your question. There's instrumental, there's one-time payment, right? Right. So, Sylvia or Sai, I will just say you should join the class, right? For those of you who said I have learned this. Listen, sorry, I don't intend to offend you, but when you get to digital, you realize that there are many things that you have not learned yet. Sorry about that, but that has been the experience of a lot of people who feel that, oh, they've learned this, they've learned that. But when they got to digital, they realize that there's still a whole lot that they've not learned. So I would just say, if you have learned and you're not getting the opportunities you want, then that means you need more knowledge, right? So go for that knowledge. Now, another thing, is this webinar recorded? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Right. So we are covering everything Azure, everything AWS. How can you get started? I've explained how you can get started. How much is the class? I've explained how much the class is. 350,000 naira one-time payment, 225,000, 200,000 for two-time payment. Sharon, what is the cost of this? I've answered that. We offer training on Azure and AWS. We cover everything. We don't do, no. It's an entire program, right? And this is actually discounted, right? So Kenneth Iwuna, right? You can reach out. We'll see what we can do. You seem to be a current digital student, so kindly reach out and we'll sort it out, right? Kindly reach out and we'll sort it out, right? So, Taiwo, you want to transition to cloud, right? My advice is that you should join the boot camp. That's how all the people that came here tonight, they joined the boot camp and they've transitioned, and many more that we still share on the group. So we have a lot of our students who have transitioned without a tech background. So that's the only advice I have for you. Just join the boot camp and leave the rest. You don't need knowledge about computer engineering. You don't need to have a tech background. Just come in, and that's fine. Tell me, Mike, no, cloud is different. So cloud is different, right? So cloud is different. M365 is different. Cloud is different, right? But I would just advise that you go for cloud, right? Or you can take the two, but cloud is deep. Don't miss out on cloud, right? No, we don't do project management. No offense, but we do things that are high in demand. We do things that are not saturated. We do things that are things that people will get opportunities in. No offense, I think project management is no longer a career opportunity. Project management is for people who have already gotten a career and they are just building on that career. We are all project managers. So sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but in 2026, we shouldn't be talking about, so I want to transition as a project manager. This is not 2010, sorry, but that's just, so go for things that are high in demand, right? Things that are high in demand, things that not many people know it, not many people are into it. Something like cloud that we're offering tonight. So that's my advice. So if you still have further questions, you people can still drop your questions. I'm here to take any of your questions. All right. So I'm still here to take any of your questions, right? So if you have questions, so someone is sending me a very funny question and he's saying, what of AI? That's AI cannot take cloud jobs. This is not data analysis. AI cannot take cloud jobs. Cloud requires a human being to think, to manage things, to be like, you can't put AI to manage cloud. You can't put AI can be doing your data analysis, your writing, your agentic AI. But when it comes to cloud, if AI could do cloud, nobody will be recruiting cloud engineers. So AI can't do the work of a cloud engineer, right? So I love Bimi's question. Will the classes be recorded? Yes, I said it many times. The classes will be recorded and the replay will be made available, right? I said it. The classes will be recorded and the replay will be made available. right? So then a VC is saying, can you offer? No, we take everything together. So people, let me advise everyone watching me tonight. Please, I want to advise you. You see, I've been a tech trainer. Digital has been around for more than 6 years. More than 6 years. Digital started training students as far back as 2019. And because I'm a very conservative person, I don't like to brag, boast, but we've trained tens of thousands of students. We've helped thousands of students to transition to tech, set up tech-enabled businesses. They are doing big things all over the world. And I can tell you for a fact that what have I learned? Don't always have this idea that, oh, I don't need this. I already know this. Many people had that idea until they came to Egypt and they realized that even that thing that they thought they knew, there were many things inside that they did not know, right? It's just 6 months and you are done, right? You are done. So what you gain from Digital is not even just the training, it's the community, the support, the information that is being shared. The information that is being shared. That is what is very important, right? So are you going to be trained to take? Yes, you will train you to pass the professional exams and get professional certificates. So that's part of the training. What do you think we'll be doing for 6 months? If not that we are coaching you, you think we just want to waste our time, right? Like it pays us to train you 3 months, 4 months and throw you out. But we are into in-depth teaching, right? We're into in-depth teaching. Ojeka says, my network is bad. The training is on the screen. It's 350,000 for one-time payment, or you can do 225,000 and 200,000 for two-time payments. In the bootcamp, are we taught DevOps and cloud? Yes. You learn cloud, then you learn DevOps. That's why it's 6 months. You'll be a thorough professional, well-rounded professional. You learn the cloud and you learn DevOps. That's it. You learn cloud and you learn DevOps. So we are thorough, right? No, the next registration is 7 months time, right? So I would just suggest that you go in for the instrumental payment, right? So Uche Goswill is saying the 350K is for both cloud and DevOps engineering. Uche, I can tell you for a fact that you will get more than value for the training. Like, just stay on the group and see, like, you've heard what people have said tonight. You can't fake these things. Go on LinkedIn, check us out. Go on Google. Why am I talking like this? When we started, I didn't really used to be this convincing. I would just go in there, just do my thing, and if you believe, you believe, you don't. But I realized that it is bad for you to have a good product and not to shout about it, not to be loud about it, because there are people who have bad products and they are loud about it, and people are getting the product only to realize that it's a bad product. So we have people reach out to our team this week that they've gone to trainings before and it was a waste of money. They charge them high, exorbitant fees. So will you get value for you? Get more than value for it. Take my word for it. Take my word for it. We know what we have developed, right? So training is 2 times a week, but there are lots of assignments in between, and the teaching assistant will still be helping you in between the classes. So when you don't have class, it doesn't mean you are not working on your projects and your assignment. Classes are Saturdays and Tuesdays. Saturdays and Tuesdays. Dave is saying, what are the certifications I need after training? Don't worry about the certifications. We'll share it on the group. And we don't just share the certification. We help you to get them. At times, we help you get free voucher. We help you to do some challenges where you can get the certifications, right? So that is how it works. Joseph, I was in... Joseph, okay, Joseph, just chat me up. Joseph, just chat me up. Oh, you should have taken advantage of it then, right? But chat me up, Joseph, right? So let's just leave it there. right? Emmanuel Okechukwu, you can do instrumental payment, right? Chat me up, Emmanuel Okechukwu. You can also chat me up. You can do instrumental payment and you can chat me up. If after the class, yes, you didn't hear what they said. Many of these people have been done with their training, but they still keep in touch with their tutors. So digital is a community. I think the problem is that people have gone through, they've had bad experiences and they think everybody's like that, right? So for instance, how do you attend our training? You were with us for 6 months. 6 months. Then after the 6 months, you will chat us up and will not respond again. How does that even happen? Maybe if the training was 2 months or 3 months, because after 6 months, it is like a family. We have become like a family. We built a relationship. Like all these people that came today, they have relationship with their tutors. Many students that have graduated, they chat me up. I still respond to them, even as the CEO, like having many staffs. So we are a very big organization, but we are very small when it comes to relationships. We are very small when, like, people can chat me up, students can chat me up. I'm not the kind of person I withhold my number. We are very big, we have a lot of students, but we keep it small, right? So understand that we are not this stern, hard looking. So you always have access to the tutor, right? So relax. When is the time of the training? 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. All right, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Right, that's the time of the training, right? All right. What certifications will I get at the end of the training? It's part of the cost. You don't pay for certifications. We list those certifications on the group. What next after payment? After payment, we confirm your payment, we enroll you to the class, and you start. That's it. So classes start next week, Saturday, but immediately you pay and we enroll you to the class, we start giving you materials ahead of the class so that you can start preparing yourself ahead of the class, right? So you don't have to even wait till Saturday before you can start your learning right away. So if you pay tonight, we confirm your payment tonight, we give you access to the class and you start preparing yourself. So for those who are your energy is high, you can start learning even before the classes start. Of course, what you are learning, they will still teach you in the class, right? But that's it. So you can start your class right away. Oh, I love Kevin Rich questions. What are the necessary materials required for a student? Your laptop, 4 gig RAM, preferably 8 gig RAM. Your laptop will do, or a desktop computer, 4 gig, if that's what you have. 8 gig is fine because everything is in the cloud anyway. So that's it. You can use a Mac, a Windows, anything, all those things doesn't matter. Just get your laptop. Number 2, be ready to learn because we are ready to teach, right? Be ready to learn because we are ready to teach, right? So that is very important. Now, how much is the professional certification? I have been saying it. The certification is part of the course fees. We help you to get vouchers for many of these certifications, right? And some of these certifications are free. Do we get handouts? Of course, you get many handouts. I think I should even show you how this thing works because it's like many of you you don't believe everything I've been saying. So because it's like, it's a lack, I need the truth. So let me show you, because you people are just thinking that maybe I'm just here and I'm just here and just talking and talking. So, like they say, seeing is believing. So let's see so that we can believe. So let's do a little saying. I'm still going to take all your questions. Don't worry, but I see that a lot of people are just asking questions and it's looking like this is too good to be true. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's too good to be true. So, and I get it. People have been lied to in the past. They've been lied to, and at times when they even see what is true, it's very hard for them to believe. So let me just with you, right? How this thing works. right? So let's see how it works, right? So now look at it, look at it. So this is one of our classes. You can see, now you can see, these are the videos. Let me see if I can play one of the videos. So it was a live class, a live class. You can see live people are there, and live class. They are being led, they are being taught, right? Live class. Now let's go to something more practical, because the other one was just intro. Now they are getting practical now, right? So you can see they are doing it. It's not, this one is not go and watch the replay, go and watch the course. They are all doing it in the class, step by step, step by step, step by step. Right now, aside from that, the PDFs are there. You can see the PDFs are there, and this is lifetime access. Then you are put on a group where you learn with your peers. So you are not just the only one sitting down in the corner of your room and you are trying to learn. And when you get stuck, you don't know where to run to. You're all on a group. Your tutor is there. The career coach is there. The teaching assistant is there. Your colleagues are all there. So you are not alone. You don't work alone, right? I needed to just show that, because as I'm saying these things, it's just looking like, so you get an under. You need a laptop or desktop. You need a laptop or desktop now. Why wouldn't you need a laptop or desktop? You need one, right? Don't worry, it's in the evening, classes are in the evening, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Francis George, you don't pay for certifications. You don't pay for certification, Francis George. You don't pay for certifications. Uche Goswill, Windows will do the job. You don't need Linux. Don't complicate it. You don't need Linux. It's Windows. The person that was teaching was using Windows to teach. It's the cloud. It's the cloud, right? So 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Omole Gold chat me up. Omole Gold chat me up, right? Olajide Oladipo, okay, we'll sort that out, right? You know, we're still in the session, so we'll look into that, and you'll be sorted out. Don't worry about that. You'll be sorted out, right? Right? You'll be sorted out. Don't worry about that. Right? I have a few minutes to go. How do I combine ongoing training? Send me a chat. Send me a chat, because you're even anonymous. So how do I even know how to respond to you? The certifications are not just from Digital, they are from Microsoft, they are from Azure, they are from other organizations. They are globally recognized certifications, right? Adedamola Idris, there's no there's no discount. Whatever you have done is what you have done. When you come here, the value we will give you is beyond the exams you have passed. I'm telling you. The value we are going to offer is beyond the exam you have passed. It's immeasurable value, right? So that's it. No, it's not just a digital certificate that you get. So you get Azure certifications, you get AWS, you get some other DevOps certifications. There are a lot of DevOps certifications that you get. It's not just AWS and Azure. There are many DevOps certifications. In the coming days, I'll be sharing them on the group. Emmanuel, are we going to take major certifications? Yes. You will take globally recognized certifications. You will take globally recognized certifications. Azure, AWS, many DevOps certifications, right? So some are free, some require a voucher, but we help you to get the vouchers. There are a lot of free ones, and there are some that require vouchers, right? Kupoluya Bayomi, send me a chat, right? Send me a chat, right? So, Ojeka Samo, you can make payment on Monday, you can pay now, you can pay on Monday, but by next week Friday, registration closes. Next week Saturday, classes starts. I missed the class. How can I get it back? Watch the replay. The replay of this session will be shared, so just watch it. Emmanuel Okechukwu, is it possible that one learns this and gets a job within a few months? So I will answer your question this way. It is possible that you learn it and get a job before the end of your training. When Mary was talking, and not just Mary, a lot of other students, she got a job within 3 months. The training is 6 months. She had gotten a job 3 months in the training. But listen, even if you get a job after 6 months at the end of your program, like, have you not gotten a job? Like, for instance, some of the people that came here tonight said the first job they got is what they are still doing till today. So it's about, you are starting a new career path. You are starting a new career path. So go in, go all out. Go all out. Don't be bothered about, can I get a job? Go all out. That's what we are saying. Go all out. If you get a job, Mary got a job in 3 months, congratulations. But just go in. Go in. I can't tell you you're going to get a job in 2 months or 3 months, but what I know is that if you have the skill, you will transition, because this is an high in demand skill. Engineer Maxwell, send me a chat. You said you want to discuss, so my WhatsApp line is here. Just drop a chat, right, on any of the lines, and we'll take it up from there. All right. Okay, Francis George, send me a chat. Right. Oh, I think your daughter is in our 11 plus. Okay, I think I know you, right? I think she was also doing tech for kids. She's also doing tech for kids. So just drop me a chat, right? Just drop me a chat. We'll take it off from there. Hakeem. How many times will I tell you that classes holds twice a week? Saturdays, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Classes are live and I record. I only have 3 minutes, so ask the right questions. Golden Akachuku, how much for registration? Like 350,000 one-time payment, or you can do 225,000 and 200,000 for 2-time payment. Once payment is done, how do I get to show you? Send the proof to the WhatsApp. People have started paying already, and you can send the proof to the WhatsApp, and we'll take it up from there. If you pay, immediately you pay, we confirm your registration, we start giving you the materials, so you can start preparing yourself. At least you have like maybe 1 week ahead of the class, right? So that's how it works. You can start preparing you ahead of the class, right? So I only have 2 minutes. So if this is the account details to pay into, you can WhatsApp any of these lines. I just have 2 more minutes to take your questions, and we'll take it up from there. So if you have any other questions, we'll take it up from there. Right. So any other question, you can ask your questions on the via chat. Okay, so I think we are good. Okay, Mr. Francis George replied me, right? So 2 more minutes. Oh, JJ, I'm still talking, so I can't reply now until after I'm done. Because if I can't be typing and still be replying. So I'm replying. So when I'm done, I will check all messages and you'll be responded to. Now, at someone else, of course you can. Francis George, why not? You can just drop me a chat and we'll take it up from there. Right? We'll take it up from there. So JJ, don't worry. As long as I'm done, I will read your message and I will give you a response. Right? I'll give you a response to your question. Right? So so we can do that. We can do that. So any other question? We wrap it up. We wrap it up tonight. So thank you, people. Right? I leave you with one word that I like to leave people with. Don't give in to analysis paralysis. Many people have what they call analysis paralysis. Analysis paralysis. They are always, oh, okay, one day I'm going to do one day. Make today your day one. Not one day, but day one. Bye for now. See you all in the class, and let's help you to transition. Bye for now. Bye.